Hello everyone, Rune here from Tavern Gaming. I hope you're all doing well. For today's video, I'm joined by Sickshock and Garza. How you guys doing?
Hey guys, I'm good.
Hello there, I'm doing good too.
We're joining up together to share our impressions, observations, and thoughts about the recent Xbox E3 show. We're going to talk about our personal highlights, so we may not cover everything that was necessarily shown today, and wow, there was definitely a lot shown. We'll do our best to cover as much as we can. If there are topics that you, the viewer at home, want to bring up about the Xbox show or talk about things we did or didn't cover, feel free to share with us in the comments section. To kick things off, we're going to talk about what we liked most about the presentation, so without any further ado, Mr. Sick, you have the floor. Take it away.
Starting first, I definitely liked the Back 4 Blood trailer that we were shown. I'm very excited, very Left 4 Dead-esque type of game, actually even just developed by the Left 4 Dead developers themselves. Next, I think Battlefield 2042. The gameplay trailer was just amazing. I am very excited to get back into the modern, semi-modern Battlefield-esque time period. The next thing I was excited about that I saw was the Sea of Thieves Jack Sparrow content update. I'm just the thoughts of racing through my mind of seeing Sickbeard with Jack Sparrow, hanging out with Jack Sparrow. Just puts a smile on my face. Next thing I saw that I pretty liked was the Diablo 2 remake, Party Animals, Shredders. Other things I liked was Plague Tale 2, and definitely Forza Horizon 5 coming later on this year.
The one thing I really like the most is that there's gonna have a shit ton of games that's coming for the Game Pass. I never see them adding that much new games to Game Pass. Like, we're talking about Back 4 Blood, Psychonauts 2, Hades, Halo Infinite, Among Us. I mean, that's just so many that's coming out on day one. And speaking of those games, yeah, like what Sick mentioned, I'm really excited for Back 4 Blood because I was screaming about, like, when I saw that it was going to be on Game Pass day one. And I am so excited to play it with you guys. And I know the beta is coming out in August. I know we're going to have a lot of fun in that. Another thing I like to talk about is Halo Infinite. I mean, but when they showed the gameplay back in 2020, it looks good, but could use some works. But now when they show us a new gameplay today, it looks a lot better than they was shown when it was first shown. And plus, the multiplayer I do like that is also free to play, and it's also going to be on Game Pass. And I also do like that there is a bunch of new mechanics, like you can, like the grappling hooks, like I do like you can also grapple to a vehicle and kick and push the enemy out of the vehicle so you can fly it. I'm really looking forward to Halo Infinite, both the multiplayer and the campaign. And another one that I was really excited for is the Outer Worlds 2, because I absolutely love the first Outer World games. Obsidian really did an amazing job with that game, and I really need to get the DLC for it. I cannot believe they're actually making a sequel, and I cannot wait to play it once I get the Series X or S.
All right, very interesting. I think we're going to have some overlapping games here, at least some games here that I'm not gonna mention for myself that I'm going to overlap with you guys. Alright, for me, right off the bat, without hesitation, Battlefield 2042 was what stood out to me the most this show. The gameplay reveal only reinforced my total excitement for this game. I love seeing all the tanks, the character movement, the environments. It looks like they're building upon the foundation that Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 built, and they're expanding it tenfold. So that makes me really, really happy. Back 4 Blood, you can expect we're going to have a big launch party when that game comes out. Other games that look really interesting, Party Animals, Gang Beasts with furry fighters. I call dibs on the pig character. That's what I'm going to be playing as when this game comes out. Come on. On to the next game, Starfield, aka Skyrim in Space. We finally saw a bit of a glimpse of what this game is going to be all about, kind of. You know, I gotta say, the sandwich graphics look pretty amazing. That sandwich looked pretty good. It seems like in the reveal they were showing the release date when she was like pushing the buttons into the computer. It said 11/11/22. So that may be a release date for next year. We'll see. To round out my other highlights, Atomic Heart. It looked really crazy. I feel like I would be missing out on this one if I was to skip it. Replaced. At first, I thought this was going to be a sequel to Superhot with the opening intro they had, but as it went on, I was like, okay, it's not Superhot, it's its own thing. The art style, the atmosphere is what grabbed me. It seems like it's very inspired by Blade Runner. Let's talk about a little bit about our overall opinions of the show. Was there anything else that caught our eye? Any observations that we want to talk about?
To begin up with some concerns I do have regarding this year's E3 from Xbox. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a lot better than what last year was given to us. But things I would want to point out are, while yes, a lot of these games are coming in Game Pass, and I think that's an awesome thing, and it's very wonderful. But unfortunately, I feel like that Microsoft is going backwards on what they said last year about splitting the base up, and how they wanted to keep a lot of the games cross-platform for at least a few years to come. Now, what we saw with a lot of the games coming out this year or possibly next year, or looking into the future, just very Xbox Series X and S heavy. So if you're ready to drop down that money for that brand new console, then yeah, by all means. But I just think that for people who aren't ready, or people who do not have the financial means, I mean, we just came out of a giant pandemic with a lot of financial issues coming here and there. I just think that it's very, very aggressive for Xbox to say, you got to have this console by at least starting by the end of this year. And I could definitely say this for myself as an example, because I was very looking forward to Microsoft Flight Simulator, which was announced a couple years ago, I want to say 2019, to be ported to the Xbox One. But upon releasing of this year's E3, we just found out that it's only for the Series X and S. So I will actually have to pick up a console myself, even though I was waiting a little bit longer. And my final point I would like to get into is noticing a few things with the Halo Infinite multiplayer. The game feels from what we saw, it feels very Halo 5-esque, and just feels like it's tacked on to Halo 5, and we're just presented with this Halo 5 stuff. The one thing that I feel is a big standout for this multiplayer is the integration of the hook system. I think that it just destroys the slow-moving movement of the original games. You could have a Banshee and just trying to fire down on other people, and you could just lose your Banshee just right off the bat if you get hooked.
I mean, I think I don't know. It could be funny. It may get annoying pretty quick. I don't know. You're just like minding your own business, and then just someone hooks you, takes your car. It's already annoying getting hijacked anyway in the game.
It'd be funny if you're trying to hook him back out.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you just hook weapons, and I don't know. It seems like I don't know. So the hook is not not the favorite thing you've seen today. You think it's going to cause a lot of problems.
It's gonna, and the thing is that the community gave a list of complaints with the original Halo 5 multiplayer, and I feel like they took those complaints and just basically used it as toilet paper.
Oh.
And we're just like, how can we make the community a little bit more upset? Let's make it even faster. Let's add these hooks so players are flying through the freaking maps all over the place. They could consistently just rob each other of their freaking Banshees or whatever they're going to use in the game now.
So we talked about what we liked, kind of what we didn't like. So now, there's going to be a bit of a rapid-fire sort of segment here where I'm just going to say the game name, and you guys are going to share quick thoughts. Starfield.
I do have hope for it, and I hope it is good, and it doesn't have problem like other companies have their own game problem, like, for example, like Cyberpunk 2077. I hope it doesn't end up like that.
Fallout 76, Steel Rain.
Oh, no, not a big fan of Fallout 76. But
I mean,
don't even know why it's in the show. But moving on.
I'm on the 50-50 on that one.
All right. What did you guys think of Slime Rancher 2, the reveal? What did you guys think?
confusing, first of all, and why are we trapping these poor innocent little creatures? I mean, I feel like a monster just looking at the trailer. I don't know. I don't want to play that fucking game.
these bouncing, smiling balls, and we're just coming up to them, sucking them up in a vacuum, putting them in a cage.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I need to be reported by like the WWF, Wildlife Foundation.
What do you guys think of the Grounded reveal? I think it's coming out of a preview, it seems like. Big update, adding mushrooms, adding achievements. Interesting, it's like if Bug Life was a horror movie.
When I played it in preview, the game was very difficult to grasp, and I just fell apart from it from there on. I mean, it's glad that it's getting the support that it's getting now, but I think I'll be passing on this Grounded stuff.
Another game that was shown, I think it was called Time Loop. I didn't catch the name, but I've seen it before. I recall it came out or was announced during the 2019 show. But it's this game where I guess where you are reliving or replaying the same moment in time over and over. I suppose to like kind of uncover some sort of mystery. That one looked unique.
Do you mean 12 minutes?
That's the game. Thank you, Mr. Garza. That's the name of the game, 12 minutes.
Probably how long it's going to be completed in.
That's probably 12-minute game, 1,000 gamer score. Let's go. How you doing? What did you guys think about? It was kind of a quick teaser, but it was called Contraband. It's a co-op open world game. Seems like it was a set place like in the 70s or 80s.
I do get the feelings that you two might be doing another mini-series someday, like you did with The Way Out.
Second out will be drug runners. We'll be hauling weapons across the Rio Grande.
I want to live an honest life.
Another game that was shown at the Xbox E3 presentation was Diablo 2 Remastered, or in this case, Diablo 2 Resurrection.
I didn't have a PC strong enough to play Diablo 2, but with it finally releasing on the Xbox One, I am really excited to finally visit for the first time Diablo 2. And just a predecessor to looking forward to Diablo 4 coming out whenever it comes out. So I'm definitely interested, and I just can't wait for it.
Last but not least, one of the last games, or I think this was the last game that they showed at the end, was a game called Redfall.
For myself, I'd just say probably one would have to see actual gameplay footage. We do have a lot of cooperative multiplayer shooters coming out this year. It just seems like it's going to get rinsed out with all the noise of the other ones coming out, and I just really need to see the gameplay to see how it stands out differently.
It doesn't show that much, but it does look interesting, like killing vampires and us with awesome superpowers. That looks really cool, but I still want to see more of it if it is going to grab my attention.
Alright, well, I think we're going to wrap things up there for this video. It was a nice little discussion we had between each other talking about the Xbox E3 show. I'd like to thank Sickshock and Garza for joining me today.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Alright, folks, have a great day. We'll see you in the next one.
See you guys.
Adios.